Morning, church. It's good to be sharing once again in these devotions. Came for a little walk this morning to one of my favourite places. Thought I'd do a video here. Hope you can hear me. Just prompted as I was been studying for our study tonight in 1 Samuel. Reminded of a character who I love in the Bible, who I think is just amazing. And it's the character of Jonathan, Saul's son. I just think he's such an incredible example of faith in God and in friendship as well, in the way we treat each other. And if you don't know much about Jonathan, he's the guy who really did have faith in God. He took his armor bearer and slayed a bunch of Philistines, just him and his armor bearer, saying those well-known words that that God can do anything. If God chooses to save us and deliver us, then He will. But then he's really famous for his friendship with David, and that starts in 1 Samuel 18, and it's an example of friendship like not many others in not only in the Bible but probably in history. And the thing that just strikes me about Jonathan is that he was so selfless. Jonathan, if you think about him, he was the heir to the throne in a human sense, at least. His father was the king. He was destined to be king. That's what he will have grown up knowing, and he would have lived in the courts of the king and experienced what it is to be in power and real privilege. Yet he also knew that David was the anointed king, and he laid down his kind of destiny, worldly destiny you could say, laid down his pride, and from that point in 1 Samuel 18 he totally supported David in all that he would do and need to be king. And I just think that's such an example of humility and preferring someone else above ourselves. I was drawn to those verses in Philippians chapter 2 where it talks about at the beginning, in the first few verses, how nothing should be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in all things we should esteem others better than ourselves. And I feel like Jonathan's life was lived by esteeming his friend David above himself, the needs of David above his own needs. He sacrificed so much to support him. And just as been studying 1 Samuel 23, in verse 16 of that chapter, we see David at a real low point in his life, and so Jonathan once again risks probably even death by going behind his father's back to search out David as he's hiding in the wilderness in some caves, with the sole purpose of coming to strengthen him in his faith in God. Jonathan was that kind of guy. He'd risk his own safety, he'd risk his own life to simply encourage a friend, and specifically encourage them in their faith. And we've talked about that a lot recently, about persevering and encouraging people in the faith to stay strong. And that's what a Jonathan kind of friend does. And I really pray that we can be Jonathan kind of friends, just similar to what Mikey shared yesterday about communicating and reaching out to people. I pray that we can do that, and I pray that we can receive it. I really hope that we're people who can receive that kind of support, and mutually have friendships that are built on preferring others, the other person above ourselves, and built upon strengthening each other in the faith. I hope that's encouraging. I know it is to me. I encourage you to go and read about the life of Jonathan, do a bit of a character study. Incredible guy, definitely someone who we can learn a lot from. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. I hope you enjoy your day, and God bless you.